And you're back, baby. Back to Servin' Sonic.
Was
Coldplay's.
that Coldplay?
No. That was our own original song. Our own original intro song here at Servin' Sonic. Hey, what's up, guys? Servin' Sonic. Lee here with you with J Unit, Jake Breezy. How's it going, Jake?
Good. How are you?
Super good. And this isn't Hunter.
I was going to say.
Here. Yeah, who we have here.
I got to say off the top, I'm a little ticked off.
All right. Well, we'll get into that in a second.
No.
Let's first introduce who you are. This is Rob Jones. He is a good friend of mine. And actually, thing before Rob gets into his ticked off tirade here, Rob and I used to rap together.
Oh shit! Okay.
So he's well suited. He's well suited to comment on music.
Is he?
I think anyway.
Is he one of the furniture crew or whatever you guys were?
No.
None of that shit. It was. Listen, it's like, oh, we want your opinion on an album now. We rapped 10 years ago.
Right.
And to some people that means a lot. To others, it doesn't mean enough, if you ask me.
Right. But this is Rob here. So welcome, Rob. We'll throw in some claps and post here for you. And yeah, we're live on YouTube and Twitch. And I guess now, Rob, here's your chance. What's on your mind?
Well, I just. This kind of shit. I'm talking Long and McQuaid mics that are barely working.
Right.
The AC wasn't on until we got here, so it's only getting cold now.
Right.
And I don't want to come in like a prima donna, but like if we didn't get this sorted from the top, I don't see how we can go on. But it's fine. I'm here. I've given up my afternoon, so we'll hope for the best.
Right. Yeah. So just to be clear there, for anyone who might have missed any of the beginning things there that Rob was saying, you didn't miss much. He's upset with the circumstances in which we record. And to be clear, we all are. Look, we all are. All right, Jake's not happy that his fridge is running loudly right now. And I'm not thrilled.
It's especially loud today.
Yeah, and I'm not thrilled that my butt's a little soggy because it's sweaty in my house right now, you know? Like I don't want that.
Well, we've got that out of the way, and we can just try our best to.
Yeah, you know, I think it might be the cord. Let me try the cord. Let me do it. Try that there.
For any of the listeners that have been to Echo Karaoke, you'll be familiar with this predicament. It's you got to get the mic a little bit fine-tuned before you get going.
That's exactly right. So what we're doing today on the show is another half-baked headlines episode. And we last did one of those when Jake was in Toronto. Jake,
yeah.
Hunter, and I. We decided to go through some of the music industry's biggest and best headlines. And we've done that again for you here because, you know, people generally liked it and thought it was worth doing again.
Yeah, person really liked it.
Yeah, David loved it. So we're going to do it again. So what we need in the meantime is, I think, a quick update on beverages. So I know, Rob, you just took a swig there. What's that you got there?
I'm representing for Sunday in August out of Kelowna, BC. They're making a nice little rosé in a can. Really nice 7% ABV and just a really good time for your summer hangouts.
Good. Nice. And I know that you've got something that you've had on the show before there, Jake.
I have.
Worth another mention.
Yeah, this is GT's Alive Ancient Mushroom Elixir, root beer flavor.
Nice.
It's got reishi, chaga, and turkey tail, and it's a trio of adaptogenic mushrooms.
Right.
That's what it is.
And how do you feel drinking it? Do you feel healthier?
Well, here's the thing. I believe that one's quality of life is steeped in a delicate balance of mind, body, and spirit, inspired by ancient practices of holistic health.
That is a mouthful of a sentence that you just came up with by yourself.
Yeah, well, I talk about that all the time.
You do.
That's why Alive has been crafted using the fruiting body of 3 powerful antioxidant-rich mushrooms.
You know, that's not the first time I've heard the phrase fruiting body used today.
It came up kind of organically before when we were grabbing.
Yeah, I would argue that it actually came up in a more organic, more regular way. I hear it earlier today. This one's a
It's
little
funny that you
obscure.
guys mention organic.
Right.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, my
Totally.
favorite thing about GT Dave, we're live on YouTube right now, so I'll say, the YouTuber Cody Co. I'm a big fan of his.
Right.
That's Cringe
That's cringe. Yeah.
series. And he once did a That's Cringe about I think it was like a Vogue or like a, I don't know, what's that other shitty fucking GQ, a GQ
HuffPost.
interview or something like that. Interview of GT Dave, because that's his name, GT Dave.
Oh yeah.
And it went viral. It was very funny. And GT Dave himself saw it and was like, okay, I need to get these guys in the mansion here and show them.
Wait,
GT Dave's crib.
did you guys watch How To with John Wilson? Just
No,
yes-
I've been told
yes
I
or no?
should though.
No.
Both
yeah.
knows.
It's
Yeah.
double no.
If the listeners have, they'll know there's a really good Bang Energy
I love Bang
episode
Energy.
where they go to his mansion in Florida. It's I don't want to give too much
Wait,
away.
sorry, where's the mansion?
Florida?
Checks out. Yeah. Bang Energy Mansion in Florida. Yeah.
That's a headline. You guys want to talk fucking headlines? There you go.
Bang Energy owner
In Florida.
accused of 46 sexual assaults. That's the headline right there. But hey, no, probably great guy. And so anyways, GT Dave, right? And they were making jokes about how like the culture, like the original culture of GT Dave's kombucha is like, like GT Dave's like spit or something. You know what I mean? Anyways, I
Probiotics.
think that's funny. And every time I drink it now, I'm like, I'm drinking GT Dave's backwash. And in a weird way, it doesn't gross me out. It almost makes me want to drink it more.
Yeah. No. I understand that.
Yeah, I thought you would. Anyway, so that's what we're drinking. And I've got a coffee here from a local
Roastery.
cafe. Roastery cafe.
Is that the Banh Mi coffee spot?
No, that's Russell and Still. Shouts out Russell and Still. You make great banh mi. This is from Nine Tails. I think it's a Korean cafe.
Is there a portion
Pokemon.
of this where you guys can
Yes.
see who's watching and interact with the
Yeah, do you see that
fans?
0 up there? That's about where you can see that.
That's where they okay.
Yeah. If you
There
just-
was an
That'll tell you.
instance though where we did
Turned
have
to a one.
It turned to a 1 and
That was me.
oh,
likely.
sick. You,
Well, the
you were
German-
the guy that told me to calm down, I guess.
I said it in
that's
my
what the
head,
commenter
but I didn't.
said.
I didn't write it. Anywhere.
Maybe it wasn't you. Maybe you logged off quick or you lost connection. Someone else
I
logged
changed
on.
my IP address to Germany.
Yeah.
I posted the comment.
All right. Well, why don't we get right into our first headline? Good intro banter, guys. Let's do one that I think is important and hot to start right off. And I'm sure you've seen this online. This one, Kanye's Instagram comment reveals his favorite garden hose setting, which just so happens to be missed. Now, just for some background here, if you're not sure what we're talking about, here's a photo. The one banner here is in front of it. I'll take that away. So if you look here, folks, you got a bunch of different types of garden hose settings. All right, at the top here we got center. It looks like a bit of like a blast there. Not super focused, but more than your spray. Flat, to me, flat is the most confusing one.
Yeah. What does that come in handy?
Yeah.
for?
At what point are you using flat? Jet. That to me is just better flat. Like, look at that, right? Like it's coming from the same area from the looks of things. It looks stronger.
But,
I feel like flat could be used for like cleaning something.
But why not just use jet in that case?
let's talk
Yeah.
deck boards for a second.
Yeah.
That's where a flat comes in real handy.
Yeah, like between the boards.
Excuse me. No, I'm saying down the board, pushing the dirt.
Right.
Right. A jet.
no, I see
it's
that,
gonna. It's not one nice clean line.
Right.
Yeah, it just
So-
sprays everywhere.
Yeah.
What about this next one here? Shower. I believe that's pretty obvious. That's for flowers. That's for garden.
It's for your flower
Shower's the
baskets.
only one out of this that makes sense to me.
I disagree. I actually agree with Kanye here that Mist is the best. And there's a couple of reasons why. I saw a couple comments on Twitter that I wholly agree with, and I'll talk about it in a second. So we got Mist, which is, the one that Kanye likes. It looks like a very, light spray there. Soaker, which that one looks absolutely psychotic. You are a psychopath if you like shower. Like there's no water pressure there. It's just dribbling out.
That one's for, I think pets. I think that's
the
subtext is like
Okay.
Pet
You might have
pet
got me
friendly. Because if you go jet on your cat, it's
But there's on your cat.
well when you're playing outside with your cat Marvin and you say
I'm sorry.
you want to play with the
That's not
hose.
pet I was expecting.
And
When you go
Dog is-
jet on your cat. Interesting. And then Cone, which, Cone, again, just seems like the shittier Mist. So here's the thing. What I want to get from you guys, real quick. What is your preferred setting and why? And then I have a follow-up question. Why do you think Kanye's favorite is Mist? All right, get into the brain
J-Rock, you go
of
first.
the self-proclaimed genius.
Okay. I think probably my sort of I don't know if I would call it favorite, but the one that I would use is probably shower. Since
One you would use.
Wait,
one
what do
that-
you mean? For what?
for watering a garden.
Well,
Interesting.
We're not. Yeah, that's all fine and well. We're not talking about just garden stuff. It's what's just your favorite setting.
Yeah.
You as
Okay.
a person in the world.
It
You
is
as
a
just
garden
your
hose, but try to think-
individual
yeah.
person in the world.
Try to think. Yeah. By the way, guys, we got a viewer. That's a big number one on the viewer.
Here's the thing: is I don't see myself giving a shit about a setting.
Gotcha.
Except
You don't
for
have a
practical-
care either way.
Yeah, no, except for a practical purpose. And
Right.
if I was fucking around with a hose sprayer thing and found shower, I'd be like, oh, that's the setting I was looking for. Now I can water my plants.
Okay. Why are you watering your plants with shower though? Let's just
Well,
just
let's
for
go
the
back to the
one
image.
single viewer that just popped in here. Just a reminder here. Shower looks like there's absolutely zero water pressure there. Don't you want why not a Mist in that case? Why not even a cone?
No,
Well,
there's
because mist doesn't have any. It's not going to go anywhere. Shower. I can
You think
stand on
shower's
my.
going somewhere?
I can stand on my porch and get at least 7 feet.
I'm saying no to that. Look at shower
you
versus
cannot get 7 feet with a shower,
I'm
my
saying
friend.
maybe a foot.
You are-
maybe 2.
No,
a jet is going 5 feet at best. A flat might go 5.5. A shower going 7 feet, you are out of your depths, my friend.
Well, maybe I would switch between shower and center.
Center.
Yeah,
Center
I'm
is
watering plants.
Are you killing the plant with water or are you watering the plant?
I'm trying to water the plant.
Well,
All right.
okay. Well, all right. Fair enough. That's Jake's. He's made his look. We attacked him for it. He's
Yeah.
made his
Yeah,
choice.
I feel really put on the spot
And
here.
Rob, what are these settings here? Would you choose?
Okay. If you are a kid, you pretend, let's all pretend we're kids again. If you're
Wow, I hold up. I'm going method with this one.
Yeah, I'm going method. If you're fucking around with one of these sprayer heads, you land on cone, you've just opened up a new dimension. Okay, we
fair.
can all because
Hold up one sec. Pause. Carry
It
on.
sounded really difficult.
It was. Go ahead.
if you have a watering can, you're familiar with what the shower setting is like. Jet, again, yeah, you're killing that's fun to a point. It's
Jet is fun with friends. I agree with that.
It's
if you're a child,
yeah. It's cone for me because it's the most fun setting, which wasn't the question, but for me that's what we're talking about. And why do I think Kanye likes Mist? I think he
Right.
just likes how chill it is.
okay.
It's the most chill setting.
Look, once I'm going to say it, I think you guys are maybe you won't switch entirely to Mist, but I was already pro Mist because it feels nice. Mist feels nice.
Every Kanye fan is like, I was pro Mist as well, long before Kanye said this.
I'll tell you why. There's a couple reasons. One, the first reason is you can water anything with it. It's not going to hurt anything. You can water flowers. You can water a tree. You know, it doesn't
you guys
matter.
got your heads wrapped up in this garden shit. It's just a hose. You're a person. That's a hose. Which one do you like? It's so plant centric on this podcast.
Well, it's garden hose. And then the second thing, and this is the most important part, rainbows. You get rainbows with mist setting.
Are you telling me that you can't get that with cone?
I think it's the lightness of the mist.
I would argue that pretty much every setting can produce a rainbow in the right conditions.
That was going to be my hook, line, and sinker argument.
J-Rock, we finally agree on something.
All right, next one here. I think can we say that one's faked?
Can I also say though that I'm pretty sure the reason Kanye chose Mist, I'm pretty sure that it's like a new series of Yeezys that's coming out. It's like Mist.
I believe Mist Stone is already a Yeezy color. Maybe I'm wrong, but yes, I when I Googled Kanye Mist, Yeezys came up, so I think you're right.
Yeah, something to do with the brand.
All right, next headline.
Kind of cheapens
good job,
it.
guys.
It cheapens it a bit in my mind that it was really just about marketing.
I mean,
Like that. That suggests that he doesn't actually give a shit about a garden hose setting. You know?
You think Kanye doesn't care about gardens?
Move on.
I think he's a big garden guy.
Think so?
Yeah, he loves gardens.
I mean, he could be like Rob, and he just likes a certain setting. Doesn't give a shit about plants.
Right.
No.
Sorry, just to be clear, did you just say Kanye could be like Rob?
Yeah,
Thank you.
I think
Moving
they have
on.
a lot in common.
All right, Rihanna named world's youngest self-made billionaire woman.
Oh yeah.
Did we
Joins-
talk about this in the last?
I feel like
No,
you
we
did.
talked about her and ASAP.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Let's on that note, let's just talk about her as her own person
Yeah,
in
exactly.
the world with the garden hose.
Much better.
And leave ASAP out of it.
So she joins a list of other self-made women billionaires. That list includes names like Sandra Bullock, banger, Kris Jenner, icon, and Reese Witherspoon. What's my favorite Reese Witherspoon thing? Legally Blonde. Yeah, easily. So obviously that is a list of insane names. But Rihanna is the youngest ever to do it. Comments? Thoughts? Anybody on this this piece of news? How do we feel about billionaires? If we were to pick a billionaire to care about, it would probably be Rihanna.
Sure.
Just because, pretty sure born in Barbados, self-made. I like her music. Right, self-made. But I like her music.
Yeah.
What
these are things.
the rest of the list is just billionaire women, or are they also the youngest?
This is just billionaire women.
Gotcha.
This list.
Self-made billionaire
yes,
women.
self-made billionaire
not
women.
Why
like
do you keep air
legacy.
quoting it as if they?
Well, because it's sort of like it's like
She
what does
didn't
that
do
really
all
even
of it.
mean?
Yeah. She's got factories making Fenty stuff and all that. So there's that.
Yeah,
But
she's got teams of people.
it mostly just means she wasn't born into wealth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think I have anything good to add to this. It's kudos to her. She killed it. She's been grinding it out. She had those hits early on in the,
Shut up and drive.
and she could have just stopped there. She
Ponder
didn't.
replay.
She
That's the real banger.
she has continued to level up at every turn, and even if some of the stuff's not my personal cup of tea, I can appreciate that. If I had one shut up and drive, I would stop working for 5 lifetimes. The fact that people keep working after a hit, it's beyond me.
Yeah, for sure. Anything from you, Jake?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I just echo everything Rob said.
Yeah. What I will say for me personally, I really hope now that she's, billionaire status, I hope that that was like a specific goal for her. And now she'll make music again. Because 2016 is when Anti came out, which is the last Rihanna album. It's a long fucking time.
Wow,
People
that's
don't want to
crazy.
be put in a box, Lee.
It's true.
Yeah,
Don't
but
put
we
Rihanna in
do
a box.
like her for her music.
Yeah. I mean, Fenty's cool. I don't know anything about it really.
She's an actor as well.
Yeah, she was
True.
in Battleship.
She has been in films,
With Liam Neeson.
multiple films. And so we don't have to hold her just to the music thing. And if I made a Shut Up and Drive, I'd probably be done with music. I want to explore my other creative opportunities.
But the thing is she made Shut Up and Drive, and then she made like Consideration featuring SZA.
yeah.
You know, at that point, it's like, oh shit, we need more.
Yeah,
You know?
or she just wants to be in a mentor role, something,
Mentoring ASAP.
She's like, yeah.
That's funny. That's funny and probably true.
We did say we weren't kidding.
Yeah. Okay. So ASAP's brought up. So nothing else on that. Congrats, Rihanna. I hope that you use your billions to help others. I'm sure you will, more than some of the other names on this list right here.
We'll see.
I have hope for Rihanna. Riri comes from a good place, I think. Kris Jenner. I don't know.
I like Chris. I got nothing bad to say, but I won't let you guys talk bad about Chris on this.
Passionate about Kris Jenner. That's good. Yeah. All right. With that, we move on. All right. Royalty rates for musicians and publishers to be raised by Copyright Royalty Board. Musicians will now receive 44% royalty increase after years of delays. Now, here's the thing. To be totally honest, I don't know what most of this headline means. But the parts that I do know is musicians will receive 44% increase on royalties. Sounds good. And another thing, Copyright Royalty Board, they just have boards for everything, you know? Mm-hmm. Where did that come from? Never heard that in my life. I'm sure they've been around forever, though. Boards are scary, is basically what I'm coming at this headline with.
Is this like an American headline, or does this relate to?
I
like
suppose.
all
I
royalties?
believe it was NME that had this as a headline. I mean, we can definitely say for sure musicians should have increase over the royalties they receive off of their music. But how much of a factor this is versus where they were, like how much of an increase this actually like equals to?
Well, it's 44%.
Yeah, no, but like how much that actually equals to? Because it says and publishers, you know.
Where were they before? Where were they before? What was the last percentage?
It's 44% less.
There's 44% increase.
Yeah.
So yeah, but even so, they were saying before we can't even pay to live our lives based off what Spotify pays us.
Yeah.
You increase that by 44%, given inflation. I don't think it cuts it.
Well, here's the thing. Like what, you know, we have friends who are musicians trying to be musicians full time.
Speak for yourselves. I will not be friends with those fucks.
Right. Get a job. Look at Rihanna. So yeah.
Well, this is my question though. Is it like our friends?
Right. Or do they benefit?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Or is this just like
I don't know. That's the question. And I think this is the nature of half-baked headlines is we ask questions that are likely answered within the article. But
we just haven't read.
Yeah. But I guess the question here is at what point do we get to, and this is maybe the thing that matters most to me anyways, from where I'm sitting, which is again, a very uneducated space. At what point do we get to the point where there's no longer a copyright royalty board to determine how much a musician makes off their own music? Do you know what I mean?
Right. Like title and shit.
Yeah. Or just like, why does that have to be decided for them? You know what I mean? Like, can it be a little bit more like you outsource what you need? You know what I mean? Like where it's like Tidal will be like, okay, you want to put not Tidal, Apple Music will be like, you want to put your music on our shit? Here's a monthly fee that you must pay, let's say. And everything else goes to you. Do you know what I mean? Like, shouldn't that be the way? They'd lose $1 trillion. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense to me.
If anyone from Long and McQuaid on Bloor is watching, get better fucking patch cords. Jesus Christ. Sorry, go on, Jake. What were you saying?
Some technical stuff here, but that's all right. Welcome to the show, Rob.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Like, I don't really know how streaming works in terms of royalties. My understanding is it's like fractional income per stream, like
isn't it like
0.004 cents or
and
something?
It's exponential, I believe, right? Like it goes up, not
Based
in a
on-
straight line. It goes up in a curve. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Which also doesn't fucking make sense. Like it should be straight line, like a curve. Like you only make money once you get 1 million streams. How does that make any fucking sense? Do you know what I mean? Like it's not that number, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if like, is that even considered a royalty? Like, is that affected by this at all? Like streaming?
Yeah.
Because are those royalties when you stream
that's the thing.
music?
That's the thing I gotta wonder here. Is
Or
that
is it
like
the use of music?
Yeah, that's a good question. Because that's the thing you got to wonder is like with streaming now, it is the number one way people listen to music. So, like, where's the board keeping them accountable is what I'm saying.
Yeah. They need their own board.
Yeah. 100%. Oh, can you do that one more time? Pinky up there, Jake, with the root beer? Thank you. Looks great. Mushroom root beer, folks. GT Dave. Shouts out GT Dave. Looking for a sponsorship, and GT Dave would be a great one.
Yeah.
I would love that.
I don't recommend Long and McQuaid as a sponsor.
All right. With that, we're going to go into our first music break here. So, folks, half-baked headlines. We don't have any review for you today, but Rob here has curated a playlist, has handcrafted a playlist. And what do we got here first, Rob?
Well, I was put on the spot pretty last minute of, you could just whip up a playlist as we're getting coffees, as we're coming into Lee's apartment. I did my best, and this is a result of that. Again, the rider was completely ignored. Parking I had to pay out of my own pocket, gave up my afternoon. Yeah. This is all
street parking
in my memoir. So this is a song by, she goes by the name Vicky Farewell. I saw her on a different podcast, Tim Heidecker's Office Hours. She played live on that, and I thought, I'm usually not into this new indie, like, it's kind of, we're playing like 5 instruments and blah, blah, blah. Like, seemed a little bit, I don't know, different. But I liked it. I was like, she's a good singer. And it's got a good vibe, so I'm all this to say it's not my usual cup of tea, but I like it. I'll listen to it. Driving down cool. DuPont, windows down. People are looking like he's listening to that. It's like every now and then.
Glowing review.
Every now and then. She's from Orange County. I believe this is kind of like a debut EP called Sweet Company, but I could be wrong. And here we go.
I'm losing my mind, one day at a time. Nothing's the same, and love is to blame. I don't even know about you, so tell me, are we okay? Ooh, baby, is it okay? Ooh, I just don't know what to say. If you're ready to go, let me know. 'Cause I just don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. If you wanna let go, let me know. He said, stop, girl, you're moving too fast. I can't help myself, there's something about you. These
Wow, there you go.
Hell yeah.
And who was that again, Rob?
Vicky Farewell. You can catch her on orange parts of Orange County.
Good.
Yeah.
That's for all our Orange County listeners. We're actually bigger in Seattle and Compton. Or sorry, Inglewood. Inglewood
that
was
was
the
it,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, we're huge in Inglewood.
Oh yeah.
So anybody listening in Inglewood, that number one listener there.
Probably that number one
that
listener.
one single listener. If you're from Inglewood, happy to have you. All right, so we're back here with Servant Sonic, special guest Rob Jones, and of course Jake and Lee with you. No Hunter today, and we're streaming live. YouTube.
Yeah, Hunter's napping.
Hunter's napping baby. And we're here live on YouTube and Twitch. Thank you to anyone who's watching at the moment. Thank you to people who are listening later or watching later. We're doing half-baked headlines. So the headlines we've gone through so far: Kanye loves the mist setting on garden hoses.
Hell yeah.
Rihanna was named the world's youngest self-made billionaire woman. Dope. And royalty rates for musicians and publishers are going up 44%, which we determined we don't really understand.
We just don't know enough about the biz
We
to
just
weigh
don't.
in on that one.
Yeah. But if anybody is a part of the copyright royalty board, reach out. Would love to know more about what the fuck that is.
Yeah, email these
do you-
guys. They have 144 that are unread, but totally get in touch with them via email.
We'll get back to you. So I thought there was maybe more discussion that would have happened there.
No,
Well, I
that
took my
was
swig.
just dead air.
And let's move on to our next headline here. So we got Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi's 2008 debut mixtape, A Kid Named Cudi. You might know it because it was famous for the song Day and Night. No? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Is set to hit streaming platforms on the 15th of July, which means about 2 weeks. How do we feel? We like Kid Cudi?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Do you?
I love Kid Cudi.
I know you love Kid Cudi, yeah.
Especially when Lee and I had just met, it was like, whoa, this guy likes Kid Cudi a little too much. I had tickets to see him at the ACC. He ended up getting sick. He didn't come. Here's the thing.
Did you get a refund?
I don't remember. This was 2011. You know,
ACC is a fine establishment.
buying a
I'm
lot
sure
of
you got a
tickets, and some of those shows just weren't happening back then.
refund. Right. That's back when Government was one of my favorite venues.
Gov, yeah,
Cool
all the-
hoss.
yeah, everyone was going to Gov, and this reminds me of like Lil Wayne's No Ceilings is going on streaming platforms, and then you do the thing where it's like 9 a.m. You're just getting up after a big karaoke night, and you're like, oh, it's on the platforms. I'll play it front to back, and you realize maybe it's not as good as I remember.
Yeah.
And the nice thing about the mixtapes is that they kind of disappeared. And then you go,
Yeah.
I fucking love No Ceilings. And then you play it, it's like, this doesn't speak to me at all. It's pretty, it's actually one of the least progressive mixtapes out there in terms of content.
I think, but that's kind of the thing of mixtapes is they were so iPod era.
You could put anything on datpiff.com and I would have downloaded it and put it into my
100%. I have so many, or had, I'm sure, I mean, I have my iPod still, so they're on there somewhere, but so many like bootlegged, fucking chopped and slopped mixtapes that are just brutal now, I bet, to listen to. But yeah,
There's something about I think discovering a mixtape when somebody like Kid Cudi's like new.
right. Well,
Or
that's
Lil Wayne,
because
for
Day and
example.
Night, like this was a huge mixtape because Day and Night
true.
was on
Yeah,
it.
true.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
and I think TGIF was on it. A couple other, you know, kind of old school bangers. So yeah, this is a legendary mixtape for sure. It might be one that still holds up, but
Right.
yeah.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah. I thought you would have taken the chance for you, Jake, just to jump right on Kids See Ghost when I mentioned Kid Cudi. I thought that would have been your angle there.
No, sure. Yeah. Love Kids See Ghosts. It's a great
Yeah.
album.
Well, we saw them live. That's what I'm
did.
trying
Yeah,
to get
that's
to. Yeah.
I think one of their only, if not their only live performance.
Their only live performance.
Yeah. Crazy.
That is crazy. Yeah, so we're pretty cool. And so when we saw Kitsy Ghost live, that was at Tyler the Creator's Flogna Festival in 2018, November 19th, 2018. Right. I'm just saying 19th, but I think it's 19th. Yeah, they performed in a like plexiglass rectangle suspended in the air.
Right. My vape got confiscated at that festival.
Right. And you okay?
Not after what happened.
Well, what kind of vape was it?
Stealth.
It was a stealth. Hold up that stealth so everyone knows what you're talking about.
It's the premier pod vaping rig.
Fuck yeah.
Just grab your rigs, boys. Fire up the rigs.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And just to be clear, Kid Cudi, he's also got a television show, I want to say, that just came out on streaming platforms.
A television show.
I believe.
Yeah. I mean, he's been
Like
acting.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Nope.
No.
Who's in that?
It's an animated Kid Cudi related story.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So that should have been a secondary headline.
Yeah.
Because-
Multimedia for the guy, for the kid named Cudi. Just going to open up the blinds here. There you go.
Now we're
Nice.
lit.
Look how bright we are. Now you can see my
Looking good.
skin coming in real bright. But yeah. So how are we feeling that that's an absolutely cooked headline there? Absolutely baked up?
Yeah, that's baked. That's fully baked.
Can we bake that one? Amazing.
Nice.
Wait.
This is a big one. Oh,
No,
take it away.
no,
All right.
nothing.
Here's a good one. You're going to love this one. 3 posthumous Michael Jackson songs have been pulled off streaming services over fan speculation that someone else is singing them.
And they were pulled.
Yeah.
Does that mean that someone else was singing them?
I think that's an admission of guilt, if I've ever seen one.
I just.
I wish I knew the names. I don't have them.
Before I saw the end of the headline,
Right now.
it's like the reason you pull the songs is because there was like a 9-part documentary on how, he's. I don't have to explain it.
That would be a
but
much better reason.
It's
to pull them
like, well, is someone else singing the songs? It's like, that's the least of my fucking concerns with Michael Jackson. I gotta say, if that's the worst thing I've heard about him, like Jesus Christ.
I also want to know a little bit who's singing them. Is it like an intern at Sony Music?
It's a sibling. It's
or
one
is
of
it
the 5.
The Weeknd?
No, it's
Tito?
one of the 5. It's from. It's
You
from
think it's a
inside.
Jackson?
Yeah,
It's an inside job.
yeah.
You think it's
Justin
Tito?
Timberlake.
These are big conspiracies
Timberlake,
that have clear connections back to Soros, back to the Jackson 5. It's all very obvious if you guys are paying attention.
Yeah. You know the Rothschilds?
Yeah, I met one of them. Old money.
Yeah, it's all a conspiracy. I think personally, I think this headline is hilarious. The first thing I thought of was the exact same thing you said, Rob, which is 3 posthumous Michael Jackson song pulled from streaming services, and it was like ... And I was like, okay, this must be sexual assault allegation related. The fact that it wasn't, I was kind of like, huh,
Yeah.
curious.
What a world we live in.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm just reading this article on Yahoo.
Yeah,
Apparently,
give it
the
to me.
people that are accusing the songs of being inauthentic
Right.
are his mom, Latoya, and his kids.
Love Latoya. And his kids. Wow. How many
So,
kids does he have?
and that further
2 of his kids.
makes me think it's
2.
one of the siblings that they're not really tight with anymore. And they're like, he was the one singing it.
What if it sounds just absolutely nothing like him?
Yeah, what are
if
the
it's like
songs?
Joe
Do we-
Cocker
do we
level
know?
Hust?
Yeah. My Maserati. It's just like, that's not Michael Jackson at all.
Someone very clearly just straining to do a falsetto. It's like that's almost certainly not Michael Jackson. Yeah, I mean, shouts out Latoya. Absolutely love Latoya. A drag race.
What does Janet
superstar.
have to say? Everyone wants to know, what is Janet saying about this?
I will say, Janet, she doesn't get nearly enough love, and I want to say that that's mostly Super Bowl related. Maybe not, but she's right. She's right there. She's right there in terms of the
wonder.
greatest R&B singers of all time.
if you can go back in history, Super Bowl never happens. Do we even have this headline right now?
True.
You know?
Right.
Are we even doing this podcast?
Nope.
That's the bigger picture.
Yeah.
And I think the answer is a resounding, we don't know. Resounding.
Yeah, that's an interesting ending.
I think that's cooked. Is that how you guys do it on this? Like, cooked it.
Yep, absolutely baked it.
I guess that's a new thing now.
Yeah. Over the last couple headlines here.
There have been a lot of changes internally on this podcast.
What we need now is, I think, another song. So just to be clear here, folks, Rob, our special guest, Rob, has curated a
Lightly
group of songs here.
curated. I mean,
Last minute street parking. Yeah, we get it. He's lightly curated this grouping of songs here for you, and he's taking us through a trip. So we started in Orange County.
we started in Orange County. We're going to come all the way back home, Toronto, Ontario. This is a guy that I saw play last weekend at the Dakota Tavern.
Love that place.
He was actually the opener, but he blew the roof off the place. He goes by the name Dom Lewis. He just put it on an EP. I don't know too much about it, but this is one of the tracks that stood out. And I don't know. He's on a different wave. I love it. And it's a new EP. We don't have much to glean from. So I'll just let him, that's it.
Perfect.
Okay.
Music break coming now.
I'm drowning now, babe. I'm drenched in all my sin. I'm on my knees again. I took your love, babe. I threw it all to the wind, and now the breeze is coming. I'm drowning now, babe. I'm drenched in all my sin. I'm on my knees again. I took your love, babe. I threw it all to the wind, and now the breeze coming.
You're back with Servant Sonic. That was Dom Lewis.
Check,
That was
check.
cute.
There you go. Yeah, it's a folk album. Rob is being a little modest. He does know one Mr. Dom.
I've
Lewis.
known him for 20 years, my oldest friend.
He knows him a little bit. They've run into each other before, and yeah, it's a great album. Definitely go check that out on all streaming services.
It's on
Dom
all
Lewis.
platforms. Title is Everything Must Come Around. And let me tell you, he's got a heater of an album on deck that he's just sitting on. So if you like that one, there's probably more coming at some point.
Yeah. And does he have a Bandcamp for those who like to purchase their albums?
That I don't know, and I feel like he's not that kind of guy. He's a bit more go with the flow kind of.
Like pay what you can.
Nope. Pay full price on Spotify.
Yeah, gotcha.
Got it. Pay what you can, and I hope that's full price. Good. Awesome. Okay, and we're back with Servant Sonic doing half-baked headlines. And we have been baking these headlines, I'll tell you that
They've
much.
been cooked.
They've been
fully.
cooked.
450
Cooked through.
roasted.
Cooked through fully. And we're coming with another absolute heater here.
Lee, why don't we
Spoilers
get a
ahead.
little closer for these next couple?
Spoilers ahead. Stranger Things 4 spoilers. Metallica says they were blown away, quote, blown away by Stranger Things 4 finale and the use of the song Master of Puppets.
So have you guys seen it?
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Have you? Of course I have.
I watched it last night.
Banger. Have you watched this yet, Rob? I'm going to say probably a hard no over here.
Yeah, how'd you... How did you know that I wouldn't have seen it?
Right.
My question.
Yeah.
Okay, I watched season 1, ep 1,
And honest opinions.
the young girl's nose starts bleeding, and I was like, this ain't for me. This kind of sci-fi hippie.
It was a
bullshit.
nosebleed that did it for you?
Yeah,
or-
it's like boom. No, I just
Interesting.
To be-
Interesting.
to be totally
Deal breaker.
honest, that there are people that I follow on Instagram that I kind of hate follow. I was just like, oh, fuck these people. And they were throwing Stranger Things parties for every single episode. And I was like, if you like this, what does that say about me?
right.
That I'm watching it and her nose is
Right.
bleeding and I'm
So
still.
you must really hate these people
Yeah. That's a
to
strong
boycott a
distinction.
show that they like.
Yeah.
I think we all have that one person where we're like, oh, they're also wearing Crocs. I think I'll hang mine up for the summer at least.
With Crocs, never. But I think I get your point. Let's look at a couple of stills from the scene where the character's name is
Why don't
Eddie
we
Munson.
see some stills and then I'll get a better idea of what's going on. In the
Eddie Munson.
show.
He is his character was introduced this season, and he's considered to be like a D&D metalhead kind of weirdo of the 80s, ostracized, not really understood, but he's a sweetheart at his core. So here's Eddie here, absolutely shredding.
That's,
the axe in the upside down.
That bio you just gave him is actually what I use for Hinge.
Perfect. Misunderstood metalhead D&D weirdo.
Haven't heard back.
Good.
Have not heard back
And
from
why would you?
Yeah.
So here we go. Mid shred there, you can see the red lightning strike in the background, fairly metal. And then here's another still for you. A little bit of a darker one.
This is a character from the show.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck
Eddie
this
Munson.
show. This is so. Is this fucking November Rain music video? This looks like shit. How does this tie into kids with Converse riding bikes with nosebleeds? Jesus Christ.
That's Eddie Munson. He's ripping his axe there. And the song that he's ripping, as you've probably guessed, is
November Rain.
is Master of Puppets by Metallica.
Okay.
Off of their exact same named album. I think I want to say 86 it came out. But yeah, Master of Puppets. And Metallica loved it. And during the episode, again, spoilers, major spoilers here. Turn it off if you haven't watched the last episode yet.
That one viewer is still kicking around. Way
Yeah,
to
they're
go.
kicking. They say this is the most metal show ever. Is Eddie playing the Master of Puppets on guitar there?
Who said that?
in the
Metallica
upside
said
down.
that?
What a lame
No.
award to win.
No.
Oh, most metal show. It's like, yeah, well, it didn't fit into Gilmore Girls very organically. Nor this show, from what I know about it. Oh, it's kids solving crimes on bikes with nosebleeds.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a whodunit. And
It's a whodunit.
the most metal show, Eddie Munson and Dustin, the character Dustin in the show, declare it the most metal show.
I feel like Eddie Munson is the name on SNL when they're doing the parody of like, who's the metal kid that got added to the Stranger Things? Like that's such an unbelievable name, or too believable of a name, whichever side of the
Right.
coin you're on.
When I hear Munson, I think of the Addams Family for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Well, probably because of the Munsters,
got-
which is a different show.
Leave it to Beaver.
Yeah, it's
leave
a
it
bit
to
of a mix,
Beaver vibes.
a mix
as well.
of a little mishmash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, just an update on beverages here, guys. King Crispy has entered the chat. You can't see it because why could you?
There it is.
But just want to get my King Crispy bike there. There you go. You can see
There
it.
it goes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Thanks. So, any thoughts on Metallica? What do you think of the song Master of Puppets?
Yeah, it's classic Metallica. I mean, I
This
think
is why we need Hunter.
yeah.
He would be losing his mind.
He would love it. Yeah, he's probably seen it. I
Yeah.
bet.
Yeah.
He's probably seen it.
Probably knows it.
Yeah. I think it's like what I was gonna say. Apparently, Master of Puppets is now back on the charts,
Well, the same thing happened with Kate Bush.
and that's what I was gonna say. That I think that's kind of a cool effect that this show has had.
Clearly culturally relevant, Rob.
Do you know what I would love to see is the live cam of Kate Bush in her already mansion, but her assistant calls her and she's like, "You're not gonna fucking believe this." She's like, "It's called what?" She's like, "It's called TikTok." And it's mostly millennials trying to fit in with Gen Zs. And they can admit that they're just 32 and they're past their prime.
Yeah, and just for our listeners in Inglewood, Gen Z is Gen Z.
Right.
We got 2 viewers.
Yeah.
And I just want to see that moment when Kate Bush finds out that she just made like $1 trillion in the past month because people found
Well,
it's like-
44% more dollars from what I'm
yeah,
understanding.
44%
Well, yeah,
more
there you go.
for Kate Bush's. But I also I saw this great thing where it's like she did all the production, she did everything. So
Kate Bush?
all like on that song, she gets almost everything from it, which is like it's kind of I she's probably just tickled. She's probably
Caking
just
it. Caking it.
just having a blast.
Well,
And
I don't know much about Kate Bush, but I know that she's an incredibly talented musician.
And that one song is so good. I don't
It
know
is
about
really
the
good.
rest of her catalog, but I imagine
got some other
just
good ones.
She's just having a blast. She's probably on a boat in the Mediterranean and just she's probably just living it up.
Stuart Copeland said that Kate Bush was one of his favorite musicians of the 80s,
There you go.
which is funny to me because I don't know really anything about Kate Bush's catalog.
If you went to any sort of juice bar in Toronto back in 2010 to 2013, you could not hear a Kate Bush song.
Right.
You know, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you found it.
You get a green
Village
goddess.
Juicery.
Yeah.
Loved it. Yeah.
Wait, you were there too? Fuck yeah.
Never stepped foot. But I will say that I think that just Stuart Copeland saying that Kate Bush is one of his favorite musicians of the 80s.
Did he say that before or after Stranger Things?
This was like part of the whole every
Wait,
fucking
wait,
headline has
wait.
Kate Bush in it sort of thing.
Did she have a song in Stranger Things?
That's
Yes.
what we're talking about. Yeah,
Running
she
up the
had,
hill.
I was talking about, I thought it was a TikTok thing.
That's it
think it
started
is
from
now.
Stranger Things. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I am out of touch.
Yeah. But I just thought it was interesting because Stuart Copeland, of all, I just kind of, with Stuart Copeland, you would expect some really busy rhythmic music, maybe, just because that's who he is, He's got a lot of,
It's the kind of guy he is. It's
but
kinda-
he's just got he's the best part of the Police for sure. Because he brings that flavor, like the drums that make the Police such an interesting band. It's not Sting. Don't look at me and say it's Sting.
But where does all the
Just because Sting did a shit ton of acid doesn't
white
mean
guy
he's
singing
interesting.
as a Rasta stuff means nothing to you? That's
Yeah, sorry. The original Chet Hanks doesn't do it for me. Sorry about it.
OG Chet. 80s Chet Hanks. That's
Yeah.
so fucking funny.
But yeah. So anyway,
I think we cooked this
we
one.
might have cooked this one. But I will just say, Master of Puppets. Listen to it again today. After this headline,
What's the song in The Big Short when Christian Bale's like, yeah, the housing market's gonna crash, and he's drunk.
is that not right? off Ride the Lightning, I want to say.
Oh, I thought it was like Pantera or some shit.
Oh, maybe.
I saw
Oh.
that once. Like
Maybe
so
there are
long ago.
multiple metal songs because he was so just like, it's all gonna crumble.
Yeah.
That is such a weird fucking character, eh?
He's a real guy.
No, I know, but
That's a character.
yes, he's a real guy. I mean, I'm sure parts of him are very well accurately depicted, but
Nope.
anyway, cooked. Yeah, let's cook it. Let's bake it.
yeah, it's
absolutely
roasted.
baked. Metallica. Shouts out Metallica. Shouts out Master of Puppets. Still, when Metallica was very fucking cool and not lame yet. But Saint Anger, still their best work. Agree, Jake?
For sure, 100%.
Good. All right, next one here. And this is when it starts to maybe go off the rails a bit. Clint
Can't wait.
Eastwood wins second
We got 3
big
viewers,
lawsuit.
you motherfuckers. We have 3
3 viewers,
What's
baby.
what's your all-time high? What's the record?
I think we're at it. We were at it at 2.
Let's keep them. Let's do our best to keep them.
So for people viewing on YouTube or Twitch, wherever you are, send us a
Wait,
comment.
are we actually live on YouTube as well?
Yeah, first time. Didn't realize we could do that. I thought we didn't have enough subs.
I kind of bullied him into it.
Yeah, Rob, that's why we need him around.
So are the viewers on Twitch or YouTube or both?
No way to know.
Oh, okay.
Let me hover. We lost a viewer.
Fuck's sakes.
No, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, we're 1-1, guys. We're 1 on YouTube, 1 on Twitch. And what I want to shout out the
Okay,
viewers.
stop talking about how many viewers because it makes them nervous and then they start leaving. So let's just Clint
Yeah.
Eastwood.
We have 500
go with it.
or
Clint
so
Eastwood
viewers.
wins second biggest lawsuit against CBD.
Well, first of all, if you're a viewer and you'd like to be a part of the show, leave a comment in the chat area and we'll post it on here. We'll get you a part of the show. So Clint Eastwood wins second big lawsuit against CBD industry. Now, Jake, this was your headline that you brought to the show today. What gives? What's going on here?
I didn't actually read the article, so I don't know. I just thought it was a funny headline.
Right.
I did read sort of the first couple sentences, and apparently
good research.
It relates to a website that sells CBD products in
Love that.
like somewhere in like the Eastern Bloc countries, using his likeness with quotes like, "I love CBD."
So they don't know
to sell their product.
They don't know Clint Eastwood's brand at all.
No.
Clearly, if that's
But
what they're doing. Clint Eastwood
apparently it's
still
the
thinks it's
second time.
extremely un-American to do CBD, I'm sure.
Right. Yeah.
He's probably blamed it on a bunch of Filipino people.
Yeah.
Your idea of him is just like straight from the
It's
movie
Gran
Torino.
Gran Torino.
He's like, get off my lawn.
Which I 110% believe is the man.
Yeah, it's like, how'd you write that movie so quickly and easily, Clint?
This happened to me. This happened to me. There was an Asian family living next to me. I called them Chinese for 30 minutes of the film.
To give him some credit, it ends pretty well. He just wants to mentor the young bucks.
Right. It ends.
It's got that's a sweet ending.
It ends well where
It's
he
like the
actually
old
has a
racist
heart.
man gets turned around along the way.
He learned through helping them through their strife that he doesn't need to be racist anymore.
When I saw this headline, the first thing I thought was, I can relate. And let me just give you a little bit of a backstory. But
Interesting.
when you're hitting the CBD hard, you know, it's been a long week and you're going deep on the CBDs. And then you go, wait a second, I've got to go to Loblaws on DuPont. And then you're driving down DuPont and Steely Dan's playing. Let's say, this is just a hypothetical.
Let's just say.
And Dirty Work comes on. And then you go, whoa, wait a second. How long have I been driving for? And then you look in the rearview mirror and you said, this is supposed to be CBD, you know, but I'm the dropper amount was
You mixed
not.
in some THC.
And all of a sudden you go to Loblaws on DuPont, that half an hour grocery shop turns into 3 hours. So I thought, did Clint have it'll help your pain. You don't really get high from it. It's this whole thing. And all of a sudden you're at the grocery store and you forget who you are as a person, right? As an individual in the world. So I just wonder.
Can you just say that sentence one more time? as an individual in the world. Could you just say that again?
It relates to
there's
garden
your camera right
hoses.
there. Look
Yeah.
directly into that.
We lost a viewer as soon as
Yeah.
I said that.
Just
For
give me
they're
another.
Like, he says
as
it
an-
one more time.
Just give me
I'm
another
fucking
as an
outta here.
individual in the world. That's your camera.
As an individual in the world.
Perfect.
I
That's
just
the name of this
I
episode.
thought
Confirmed.
maybe he got a little bit too ripped from the sea beads and he didn't want to. And he's like, I'm suing. Because
just to be clear-
listen, I left
just to be
Loblaws
clear-
that day. I was like, I'm going to fucking sue someone too.
Right. And just to be clear, sea beads. Is that just a you thing, or did you hear that at Village Juicery?
If you're deep in the underground with the Kate Bushes and the Juice Gang and the little backpack kids, they're all saying it.
Okay, we're gonna cede the mic back to Jake here for a little bit of commentary, and we're gonna do a hard mute on this end. Jake, thoughts on this here headline with Clint Eastwood?
I don't know. I feel like I described everything I knew about it already.
Right, but what are your thoughts on it?
I mean, I laughed out loud. At,
Heartbeat.
I think Jake's
subheading.
tapping again. He's a tapper.
oh, is that me?
Jake's a tapper. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I have ADHD. I thought the subheading of the article was really funny. A fistful of dollars, indeed. I laughed out loud when I read that. You guys like stared at me.
No. Just again for the listeners, because it is hilarious.
Yeah.
So what is it again? Say it again.
Oh, so the headline is Clint Eastwood wins second big lawsuit against the CBD industry.
Right.
And then below it says a fistful of dollars indeed. Which is fucking awesome.
It is very funny. Yeah.
Clint Eastwood as a person, I don't know. He probably sucks.
He most certainly sucks.
He probably doesn't need more money. He's going after these like crypto bro, internet.
Which is a funny fight though. That's a funny fight.
Sorry.
Sure.
Have you guys seen Trouble with the Curve and you think he still sucks?
What is trouble with the curve? What is that?
Justin Timberlake is a
if
baseball
I know.
pitcher and he helps him with his curveball.
Isn't that Moneyball?
No. Get your okay. So, I think Clint Eastwood sucks. I'm just gonna throw that out. Watch Trouble with the Curve.
Right.
Next episode, we'll
Okay.
do
Just
a
to be
movie
clear,
headlines.
just to be clear, Rob is a special guest. He will not be back next
we'll see.
episode.
Yeah, especially not if my rider keeps getting ignored, like it was today.
Let's cook it. That's
That's
absolutely
cooked. That's fucking cooked.
baked. And then the final headline we have for you guys here. We're running about an hour here, so final headline. Still no comments there. Whoever the viewer is, very nervous.
You could stop putting a spotlight on them. They get nervous and they leave.
Understandably so. Last headline here, again from one Mr. J. I don't want to say breasy.
Wait, is this
J
our
Unit,
last
J Unit.
headline?
Last headline.
Why do we do a music break in between?
Well, we'll end with the music.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's give it to you here. Vancouver radio station plays Rage Against the Machine's "Killing in the Name." I believe that's Guitar Hero 3
You
for
would know.
hours
I wouldn't know.
on repeat. And Jake, you said at the time of reading this headline that it was 4 hours on
Yeah,
repeat,
roughly
and
4 hours when they published the article, and
When
it
they
was
published.
apparently still going.
it was still happening. Yeah, there you go. The question here is it intentional or not?
Well, I mean, this is something that I've done
Sure.
when cleaning my kitchen, for example.
Right. You just need like the steady energy.
Yeah. I assume that it probably, like the article said something about, it was like Kiss FM or something. Did you ever listen to the radio? in Vancouver?
Certainly not intentional then if it was Kiss.
Well, I think what happened was they laid off a bunch of their staff.
That's funny.
And so in protest,
That's
the last
funny.
fuck
they
you.
threw it up and left.
I love that.
Yeah.
But the worst part is it's probably going to get them more listeners.
Right.
Because it's cool.
I imagine all those like hair salons or wherever where they play Kiss FM, where it's just on and no one can really help.
Like a Village
that
Juicery.
village juicery, if you will. And then it's just like for the 14th time, like fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. And they're just like trying to cut someone's
Yeah, I hope it's
hair.
uncensored. That'd be great.
Oh yeah, who's to
I've
say?
never heard. Is there a censored version?
I hope not. I hope not. But probably.
Yeah.
Well, it probably got radio play.
Certainly.
Wait, but then it had to be. Had to be
Yeah.
censored.
Yeah. Unless
I
it
wonder
was
what
just
they.
like,
I wonder what they do. Is it just blank, or do they say?
I think it's a
Did they drop
heck
the
no.
vocal?
It's like heck no, I won't do what you tell me. Or something like that.
Just stick it to the man. Heck no, I won't do it.
Hey,
You tell me.
heck you.
And what they
Get
would
the
have
heck out of here.
They would have went against their CanCon requirements by doing that.
That's
for that
actually
many
maybe
hours.
the biggest piece of protest
This is true.
that they could have.
You could have
done
been
there.
playing an OLP song in between there. I'm just saying, put clumsy.
Is How Bizarre a Canadian?
I
Who's that by?
believe so. OMC.
OMC. How Bizarre? How Bizarre?
I know Len Steal My Sunshine is Canadian.
Yeah, but it's
I know,
too good. It's too good.
I know Clumsy by OLP is Canadian.
What about Come My Lady, Come My Lady?
No, that's one that we thought was, and it turns out it's just like
'Cause that'd be a
fucking
good.
Denver,
There's
Colorado.
there's a video on YouTube, and it's Rob Ford. It's a video of Rob Ford dancing at City Hall with a galaxy background. 10 hours of just the come my lady, come my lady, you're my you're my butterfly, sugar baby. Just that part looped 10 hours.
Wow.
So good.
Yeah.
I imagine there's
We'll
some
play it on the show sometime.
pretty avant-garde parties where they put that up on the projector and just you could spend an afternoon that way.
He does look like he's having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Probably very high on crack.
There's that, yeah. It might have been. Well, probably. You know, you got to wonder if it's the
Wasn't
same
that
day
his-
that he
wasn't that his drug of
waltzed
choice?
to a. Yes,
Sure, once or twice, but does that make a man? Does that, Jesus.
And what makes a man?
What makes a man as an individual in the world?
This is a good opportunity to insert a Flight of the Conchords quote. What makes a man a man?
I haven't seen that show. So
Am I a man?
Yes, technically I am. They're turning kids into slaves just to make cheaper sneakers. But what's the real cost? Because the sneakers don't seem that much cheaper.
it's cooked. We baked it.
Good. Consider it baked. So that's the last headline there. Guys, wow, another half-baked headline. This is the second half-baked headlines. And
It's as a viewer as well as a guest host, this is my favorite thing that you guys do. Sometimes you get a pretty underground band on, and I'm like, I don't know if I care where this guy gets his coffee in Toronto, but I'll watch. I'll persevere. But half-baked headlines, you really see the personality of the host. So just as a viewer, congrats.
More
and
commentary.
Kudos.
more commentary is what we're getting. Yeah, because Jake, you said the same thing, and we have this episode coming. We've got Jake reviewing the latest Perfume Genius album.
Oh, does that thing suck or what? Oh my god, is that
You're
one of
gonna
the
love it, Rob.
worst pieces
You're
of shit I've ever
you are
heard.
gonna love it. But no, Jake, big Perfume Genius guy. So I'm
Oh, are you a
happy.
fan? Oh, I didn't know. I thought we were all on the same page here.
Yeah. We're not. So Jake's got that one coming down the pipeline. Well, we've got that one coming down the pipeline. We'll probably post this one at some point this week, and then we'll have the Perfume Genius one the following week. And then I know Hunter's also got a little RHCP action for you. I know it's been delayed for a while, but it'll be good anyway if you like RHCP. And I guess.
He's
You-
just
you were
reviewing
saying-
the song Danny California. That's a
On
1
repeat
hour
for
and a
10
half
hours.
ep.
On repeat for 10 hours with Rob Ford dancing in the background, Galaxy. But you had said during that episode when because we still did the live stream with it, that people are saying more banter and maybe less deep dive album review. Now that we have an
Right.
actual viewer here.
As in me. I like the headlines. It keeps it fresh. Because I think maybe there's few people that want to go too deep into
A little too heady.
one guy, but me as just an individual guy
In the world.
I can say in the world, I can say, oh,
as a
Rihanna,
person in the world.
I walk away with some a couple facts, a couple talking points too. Rihanna,
Right. It's perfect for a person
billionaire.
going on some Hinge dates.
Kid Cudi, billionaire. Michael Jackson, billionaire.
Michael Jackson.
You fucking capitalist pigs.
Michael Jackson
This
doesn't sing his
podcast
stuff.
you've created is only for the 1%, and I'll never be back on it.
Interesting. There's been a hard heel turn in the span of seconds here. We gave you a
couple actually.
quarter second monologue, and here you are.
Serves you right. Serving Sonic serves you right.
Good stuff. And the commenter not present, just a viewer, no comments whatsoever.
For the best, it is for the best.
Good. Well, hey, another half baked headlines, and we absolutely roasted them, guys. We took you all around the world.
Cooked them up.
We cooked them
served
up good. And Jake, you have some big news coming down the pipeline. Do you want to share that news on this episode, or what are you thinking?
No, because I don't even know the details yet.
Okay, we'll save that. So in deep anticipation, red hot anticipation, we've got something coming with Jake down the pipeline. Once we know more, you folks will know more. But thanks again for listening. Live on Twitch, live on YouTube. I guess we can just start doing live on YouTube now. That's fun.
I would prefer that as the viewer as well.
As the viewer, yeah. Actually, let's just do a quick hover. 100% coming from Twitch right now.
Yep. We lost a couple of those.
Lost a couple.
YouTubers.
So
Okay.
no one agrees with you.
That is
But we'll still do YouTube because we can. So why not? That's fun. Jake, anything you want the listeners / viewers to know before we sign off?
No.
Really? Not a single.
Tell
Not
it-
not one little nugget.
Tell us about the weather in Calgary,
Yeah.
just to send us off. Give us a
It
nice
looks
little.
good. It looks. It's been stormy, but there's some nice billowy clouds. But
You
it's
look
otherwise
you
pretty
look
sunny.
beautiful, right? Put your head up again.
That caught
your
me
head
in a
back-
real
over there?
nice light.
Other way.
Other way.
You
Oh,
look great like that.
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if someone was to screenshot rate that, yeah. You look
grab it quick?
no. But if someone else,
Yeah.
like your skin was glowing there. You look great.
It caught you in a really
That's
nice
the
light.
sun.
Yeah. Yeah,
sun is
it's true.
shining.
The sun does do that. Yeah, well, hey, first of all, just want to say thank you so much, Rob, for joining the show. We'll have you back, maybe.
We'll see. We'll see. My pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, we might have you. And to everyone listening again live, thank you so much. You can catch this every couple weeks. We try to do it live on Twitch, now YouTube as well. But if you're listening later in audio format, check out the YouTube. You might like it. Sometimes we have some funny videos and funny things. Probably not this one, but some other ones you might find really, really funny. Good. But yeah, and we'll be back a couple weeks from now too with the Perfume Genius review as well. So for everyone here at Servant Sonic, thank you so much. Rob, you got the last word here. Where can people find you, and what are we going to be listening to on the way out?
Find me on Instagram at Bobby Pickles Official, all one word. It's a lot of posts of my cat in my backyard. It's really
You're not
blossoming.
spraying that cat with jet mode or anything, are you?
Not yet. Not yet. It's my cat Marvin. He's an orange cat. Just got him. He's a bastard. So, and you can find me there. So it's Instagram. I am on YouTube with the odd video or so, but mostly, hopefully, you just find me here on servantsonic.com.
Yeah.
And
Maybe.
It's not.
do you want me to send in the last tune? Because
I definitely want that. A quick tune and sign off.
Okay. This comes from Sam Prekop. His album Comma.
That's not a real name.
He was the lead singer.
You've
of
made that.
Is the lead singer of the Sea and Cake, Chicago based. He's deep in the Chicago scene. Takes some really nice photos. I'm a huge fan of his actually, and he got into some synth type stuff. He usually does some post rock kind of albums, but album's called Comma. The song's called Above Our Heads, and it's just like you're driving down DuPont, arm out the window, as a person in the world, as an
You're
individual.
driving down DuPont with Steely Dan on, not his music.
Well, sometimes on the way back,
Right.
after you've done the CBD
You've got
grocery
CBD
shop,
coursing through your veins.
coursing,
Yeah.
Right.
jacked up. And so here we go. And it's been a pleasure being on. If I'm never on again, you guys know why I was my rider.
All right. Thanks. And here we go.